Yo, hey guys, we all know that Elon Musk left California. The question is, from a business standpoint, why? Why did Elon leave California? We know the policies and Gavin Newsom and all that and the liberal stuff, but the question is, why did he leave? What made him leave? Right? What made him leave? So we're going to explore this because it was because of the three tax brackets every entrepreneur must understand. And he did this not only for himself, but also for his employees. Right? He moved Tesla out of California over to Texas. Texas did a very good job at business development by recruiting this dude out of California, the richest dude in the world. They stole him from California. They stole him brilliantly. Sure did. But let's dive into how this actually happens. And again, I want you to focus not so much on Elon, but also his employees. Put yourself in Elon's shoes as an entrepreneur making a business decision on what to do next with your company and with your finances personally. Okay, put yourself in those types of shoes. Let's dive into this, and I'm bringing my partner, Matty Ice. That's what I call him, Matt Zapala. He's going to talk about the three tax buckets every entrepreneur must, and also employee must understand. Here we go.
But when you're talking to clients, when you're talking to folks, when you're talking to people that you serve, when you're talking about people helping people, help people understand the three ways money gets taxed. Three tax buckets called tax now, tax later, or tax deferred, or tax never, or tax advantaged. Let me explain. So, for example, tax now. Let's say you have your money in a bank. You have a bank money in a CD. Mm-hmm. You have it in a non-qualified brokerage account, mm-hmm. Stocks, bonds, mutual brokerage, right? Stocks, bonds, mutual funds. You make money, right? You make money. That year, you also get what? Taxed, right? That's why it's called tax now. You make money, gets taxed. Your salary, you make money now, you get taxed later at the end of the year. You make money in a CD, you get a 1099-INT. You buy stock, you sell stocks, you get a 1099, right?
Correct.
And so you make money, which is cool, but you also have to have a net gain based on how much money you have to pay in tax. So the cool part is you're in control of this. It's probably more liquid because it's not wrapped up in a 401k or wrapped up in some form of illiquid investment. But you put your money aside here, you grow your money, and then later on that year, you got to pay tax on it.
Correct.
That's one way to grow money. Second way to grow money, with a lot of people that are exposed to, is 401ks, right? So if you're working for a for-profit company, it's a 401k. If you're working for a nonprofit, usually what is it called? 403B, tax sheltered and annuity, TSA. You're working for a municipality, the city, so 457, sometimes called a deferred comp plan. Working for the federal government, TSP, third savings plan, right? So these things are taxed later. Sometimes when you sit down with people, how many times have you sat down with clients, with people, and they don't even know how their 401k works?
All the time.
All the time, right? My company's got salary, benefits, NA, 401k. How does it work? Don't know.
So here's my question for you quickly. Those have a 401k, 403, 457, TSP, whatever you have. Let me ask you this question. What is your retirement account invested in? What is it invested in? Do you know? Have you read all the perspectives? Know the risks, the rewards, how it's exposed, how much you're really getting back in return. Do you? Most people do not know. But your retirement, your nest egg is in that vehicle, which you have no clue what you're investing in, no clue what the risk is, no clue what the reward is. You have no clue. None. But you're putting all your hope and dreams into that investment strategy. And the allure is, well, my employer, they're actually contributing to it. Great for them. It's a tax write-off for them. But you can't touch it until you retire. So is it really yours? Just saying, let's keep going.
Right? I got a TSP. Great. Well, how does the A fund work? The B fund work? The C fund? The D fund? What's inside the A fund, B fund, D fund, G fund? I don't know. It's a G, generic. right? So you're working for the federal government. You don't know what's inside those funds. You don't, right? You got to unpack also what the fees are. So the three things that affect the growth of your money, one of them is taxes. We're discussing that right now. In later conversations, we'll also be discussing fees, cost, fees, and expenses. Because let's say you make a 10% rate of return, a 5% rate of return, a 3% rate of return. What will reduce that return is the taxes you pay on it, the fees that you get charged, and who knows, I hope that you keep your gains, but what will affect your money is also the losses you might experience in future years if you keep your money in something that also is exposed to losses. So there's three things you got to mitigate: taxes, fees, and losses. Things you have to meaning minimize or therefore eliminate. So when you're growing your money, you have to figure out, is it taxed now, is it taxed later, or is it taxed never? Oftentimes people are exposed to this. Why? Because this is at their job. And sadly, sometimes they have or misplaced loyalty.
Correct.
Right? You know, I got loyalty because my job's taking care of me. You got to detach yourself from your job, who pays you, and how you manage your own money. Because this right here, back in the day, you used to have pensions. Remember those things back in the day? And guess what happens? You had a pension. Depending on what pension you work for. I'm not talking about the railroad, but usually the pension, when it comes out, now it's what? Taxed. You make money, for example, my mother, she worked for the city of Chicago. She worked at Stroger Hospital, otherwise known as Cook County, right? She gets her pension now from her job. It gets taxed. She gets her Social Security number now, or Social Security number. She gets her Social Security income. Guess what? That gets taken. That gets taxed, and some of it's taken away in Medicare. So oftentimes people say, you know, I'm going to have a pension and Social Security, but guess what nails it? Taxes. And so people say, you know, let me ask you this question.
That's because most people that actually use those investment structures do not understand or have the entire picture of their financial house concerning a retirement. Because all you're really focused on is the contribution that your employer is giving you. You don't look at it. Is it indexed? Is it exposed to loss? Right? Are you paying? I know it's tax deferred, but do you get taxed when you get the money out? The answer is yes. How much fees are you paying? So there's more questions that you have to ask, right? That you have to ask to see what's going on. Now, most people that actually have some extra money, they want to invest like in a real estate transaction or something like that as well. You ask more questions for those investments, but no questions at all for your retirement. How that makes sense? It don't. But that's what normally happens, because all you are really exposed to at a 9-to-5 job is the employee contribution. I have a safe, secure job with benefits. And the benefit is your employer contributes to your retirement account. Yay! But that's where all those questions stop.
You had a choice of when to pay taxes. Okay? This is how I share tax later. If you had the choice when to pay taxes, would you rather pay taxes on your penny seeds in the spring? Or do you want to pay taxes on your $1 million harvest in the fall? If you're going to pay 25%, do you want to pay it on pennies, or do you want to pay 25% on millions?
Correct.
Pennies. So if you're going to tax me, have a choice, tax me now. So that's where this comes in. That's where the tax advantage comes in. So let me pay taxes now, okay? So therefore, when it grows, no more taxes, right? Taxes gone. Taxes, see ya, peace out. Because why? I paid it earlier. So right now, in terms of tax environment, compared to the totality of our government and how much they've taxed America, are we in one of the highest income tax brackets in the history of America, or one of the lowest income tax brackets in the history of America? We're one of the lowest. We're in one of the lowest income tax environments in the entire history of the United States. So, with that being said, where do you think? I want to pay off student loans. I want to put Medicare for all, Medicare for everyone. I want to have everybody have a, what do you call the UBI, Universal Basic Income, where everybody gets a check no matter what you do. You know, have you heard about that? Universal, yes. Okay. Andrew Yang was the Democratic candidate. Said, listen, I want everybody to get a minimum income. I want everybody to have $2, $3, $4, $5, whatever, $1,500 a month, $2,000, $3,000, no matter what. I want everybody. If you have a Social Security in America, and you're a United States citizen, Everybody's going to have a UBI, a universal basic income. No matter what, you're going to get a check. So let me ask you guys a question. A little off topic. What do you think you handled better the most? Money that you earned, that you worked hard for, or money that's just been given to you?
Good question.
Christmas is about to come up, right? Some of you guys are going to buy some presents for your kids, your grandkids, right? You're about to buy some presents. No, you worked hard for your money. You went shopping.
Yeah.
You love caring attention. You wrap the presents.
Yeah.
You know, put the right. You put the seal on. You put the tape on. You put the little bow on it. You put their name on it from Santa, right? You put it on the tree, right? You see their eyes. Christmas. Wow, my God, Santa. Whatever your morning ritual is, whether you do open presents on Christmas Eve or Christmas morning, you see their eyes light up. Oh my God, the joy comes out. Okay, what happens to that present, that toy, a week later?
Gone.
Under the couch, broken. Hey, pick up your toys. Put it away.
Sadly, a lot of people that actually have the retirement accounts, actually, if you look at the accounts just like how kids, when they actually get presents at Christmas time, you're excited up front, but then you forget about it and just leave it sitting around. There's no attention to detail any longer because all you focus on is just, my employer is contributing 50%. It's growing. You ain't looking at what it's invested in, how many, because most retirement accounts are invested in funds and within funds. Here, I got this broken down real quick, guys. All right, I got this broken down. Let me get rid of this real quickly. All right, guys, real quick. So does it look better this way or this way? Now I'm a little other way. Here we go. All right. Here's what I want you guys to look at real quickly. No, I don't like that. Let's go back here. Here we go. This is what Matt was talking about. These are the 3 buckets of money. 3 buckets of money. Tax now, tax later, tax free. Let's walk through this real quickly. Tax now. Should say you pay taxes immediately on gains. Okay, let me make this bigger real quickly. Bigger. Oh, wait a minute. I like that. Bigger on gains. Here we go. Bigger on gains. Right? You pay taxes immediately on gains. And what examples? Your savings account, although you're making pennies on savings accounts, that is taxed. Any increase in value in your, what just happened here? Whoa. 1 second, guys. Something happened here. Stop sharing. Okay, let's see. Something happened. Give me 1 second. I got you. Don't you worry. Your partner got you. It just vanished on me. I got you. Don't you worry about it. I got you. Your partner got you. There we go. Something just, I don't know what happened, guys. It just vanished on me. Anyways, let me go back. Boom. There we go. Here we go. Now, if you have a savings account, no matter if it goes up just a little bit pennies, that's getting taxed. Number 2, mutual funds. Any increase in gains, taxed. 3, stocks and bonds. Now, I'm going to do something a little different at the end real quickly, guys. I'm going to maybe move stocks and bonds over to the tax-free. I'll tell you how in a second. Don't you worry about that. Your partner got you, all right? Any tax in any stocks or bonds, guys, that you actually make money on and take cash out, that money is taxed. Yes, sir. Taxation timing. Gains are taxed annually. Details. No. Penny seeds today. Your money grows, but taxed yearly. So what's happening is your money's getting taxed on an annual basis on all the gains that you're not accounting for because you're so focused on something else. All right, that's tax now. Let's go to the second bucket. Tax later. Tax later. All right. Tax later is what? Your taxes are deferred until withdrawal. Okay. Again, tax later. Your taxes are deferred until withdrawal of those gains. What are the examples of this tax later bucket? A 401k, 403b, 457 deferred comp plan, or traditional IRA. Those are taxed later. not elimination, that taxed later, right? Taxation timing, pre-tax contributions now, taxed at withdrawal. Pre-tax contributions now, but they're taxed at withdrawal, right? That's why Matt was saying Social Security before the Trump passes the thing, taxed. Medicare's coming out. When you take your money out of your 401k when you retire, taxed. You pay fees. It was just deferred. Just deferred. Okay, not eliminated, deferred. Makes sense? Right? Here's the saying. When do you think taxes will be? Where do you think taxes will be in the future? Taxes are going up. Even though we are the lowest taxed, one of the lowest taxed in the world, taxes are going up. And get this, inflation is a tax. Inflation is a stealth tax. That tax is never accounted for in these first two buckets. Tax now, tax later. They're never accounted for. Never are. It's a problem. Number 3, all right, tax-free. Here we go, y'all. Taxed now, but grows and can be withdrawn tax-free. Let me say it again. Taxed now, but grows and can be withdrawn tax-free. What are the examples? A Roth IRA, municipal bonds, and a LIRP, which is a life insurance retirement plan. These LIRPs have become very popular. Very popular, right? Taxation timing. Taxed upfront, withdrawals are tax-free. Make sense? Taxed upfront, withdrawals are tax-free. Okay? So that's how it works. Penny seeds now for a tax-free harvest later. So you're getting taxed right now at a lower amount. As your money grows, taxes are eliminated. Versus tax later and tax now, you get taxed at the highest point of your harvest, not the lowest. The key thing is, what are you going to get taxed on? The lowest part of your harvest or the highest part of your harvest? Which one? For me, I like the lowest part. Because if I begin with $100,000 and I exit with $4 or $5 million, I much rather want to pay taxes on $100,000 at a proper percentage versus the $5 million. Make sense? That's how that normally works. Here's my question to you. Where would you put your money? Tax now, tax later, or tax free? Most of Americans have their stuff in a tax later bucket. It's all because of lack of knowledge, which you don't know. Now, which is the problem. Now, let me add 2 more things over to the tax free. And I'm going to tell you why in a second. Okay? And tomorrow I'll go into this more in depth with Cliff on Real Estate Friday Live. Right? Tax. Now this is what I do. I will put tax free over real estate, stocks, and crypto. So I would add real estate, crypto, and stocks. Now, Dale, why would you say that for, Dale? Very simple. Leverage. Let me give you an example. I'm going to use real estate. I buy a property at $100,000. I put $20,000 into it. The after pay value is $150,000. I mean, it's $250,000. I'm making up some numbers. Okay, all right. I'm gonna calculate with you so you can see what's going down with me. Okay, so now watch this. If I buy a property for $100,000, I'm in. I put 20 into it. I'm all in at 120. The eighth after pay value, let's say, is $200,000. 200,000 times 75% is 150. Now, why would I say 75%? Because I'm leveraging the higher value of 200,000 because I increased the value of the said asset, which is the property. Only at 120, right? ARV is 200,000. I refinanced. I pay off the old debt with the new debt at 75%, which is $150,000. 150 minus 120 is $30,000, right? In profit. Now, why do I say profit? Non-taxed profit. Why? I used new debt to pay off old debt that created a delta or spread there or arbitrage there of $30,000. And debt, was an expense, cannot be taxed. So therefore, I've made tax-free money. I don't pay the property taxes, my tenant does. I don't pay the mortgage payment, my tenant does. Now let's go over to cryptocurrency. The same thing. The value of your portfolio is $100,000 of crypto, right? It increases to $200,000. That is a $100,000 arbitrage, the delta there, right? You don't pay any taxes on that money right now because it's sitting there chilling, but you need access to that cash. What do? You leverage 75%. Again, I'm using that percentage, right? That percentage. That's $150,000, $150,000, $150,000, the amount's $100,000, $50,000 delta spread arbitrage there. You just leverage the cash out. You leveraged it. Now watch this now. Now, if you really want to get sexy with it and you just want to get your cash back out that you put into it because you actually invested $100,000 to buy the coin, hypothetically, right? Here we go. Tell you can get 50% of the new value of $200,000. Just borrow the money that you actually put into there and go buy another coin. None of that gain is taxed. The same thing happens with a stock, but with the stocks. A bank will give you a loan against cryptocurrency and or a stock anytime because of the collateral, just like real estate. The key thing here is leverage. Leverage. That's it. Just leverage. How can stocks as well as crypto and real estate be tax-free? Simple. Learning how to leverage debt properly. Now you can utilize all three of these buckets strategically with the right wisdom. I tell you, don't go talk with somebody that can actually give you wisdom. I'm not a financial advisor at all. These are strategies that I implement or that people that I know to implement. Okay? I am not giving you any financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. I should have said that up front. My bad. It's what it is. Make sense, guys? So I'm going to revisit this over and over again so we can burn it in your brain. Okay? Burn it in your brain. Make sense? Guys, this was actually pretty fun, guys. This was fun for me. Appreciate you guys. Now, guys, back here, again, Elon Musk. What did he do? He understood taxes, strategy, and asset protection. That is the reason why he was able to leave California so successfully.
Walk me through everything, but let's start from the beginning. How'd you get into this space?
Well, when I was 17 years old, my Uncle Gary, who still lives to this day, introduced me to a concept called passive income.
Okay.
And I said, "Oh, Uncle, what's that?"
Yeah.
He said, "Something that you do one time, but you get paid over and over again." I'm like, "Why am I trying to go to college? I want to know how to do that." Gotcha. And so while I was in college, I began to look at business models that generate a passive or residual income. One of them was real estate, because everybody and their mama actually had it, from Robert Kraft, Jerry Jones, all the billionaires actually had real estate in their portfolio. So I began buying real estate while I was in college. The first deal that I did, I made $3,500. And in college, that's big time. In college, you broke.
For sure.
College.
For sure.
Then I went from $3,500 to $10,000 to $26,000, and now $35 million worth of real estate. For me, business is always about solving someone's problem. Whenever you're buying a real estate transaction, the one thing I look at is, what's the pain point? Why you want to sell for? And typically, I like buying properties below wholesale. I never buy properties at retail. That didn't make sense to me at all, because I'm planning for the worst case scenario. Each and every deal that I actually acquire, I actually take home cash when I actually acquire it. Wow. Every single time.
If you wanted to know how successful real estate investors make money with their acquired real estate and not when they sell it, click on the link below or swipe up and download our free ebook, Distressed Property Investing. The blueprint is in the ebook. Stay blessed, holler at your partner, and download the ebook today.
Bless God, give thanks. Bless God, give thanks. Bless God, give thanks. Bless God, give thanks. Big God, big grace.